What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Gunny and Brothers Entertainment. And you know what day it is? Today's Friday. What day this is going to get uploaded? I got no idea. Probably Saturday or Sunday or Monday or Tuesday, or I really don't know. But today's Friday. It's payday. We're going to go to the junkyard, get us an oil pan for the Tahoe. You guys see that? No, you didn't. We're gonna get us an oil pan for the Tahoe, but first, we're gonna make a very important stop at Dunkin' Donuts because your morning coffee is the most important meal of the day. So we're gonna stop at Dunkin', which is completely out of the way of going to the junkyard, get us a coffee, and then we're gonna hit the road and head to LKQ. See if we can find us an oil pan so we can get this damn Tahoe back on the road. And fingers crossed that there's no more problems after this. Because if there is, I might just drive this damn thing through the garage. So, let the van warm up for a second, head to Dunkin'. I'll check back in once we get to LKQ. Stay tuned. Alright guys, we made it out here. We're at the junkyard. Let's go find us an oil pan. Maybe we can even find something that's worth buying. Maybe we can find a good set of injectors or something. It'd be a step up from what we got. You never know. Might hit get some treasure out here or something. So I'll come back as soon as I find something worth taking the oil pan off of. Stay tuned. Guys, I found the truck. I found a Gen 3, an old one, and a two-wheel drive. But I didn't near come prepared enough to be doing this. This is what I'm trying to take the cross member down with: a pair of pliers and an automatic hammer. The only tools I brought was to drop the oil pan. I didn't take into account of having to drop a cross member or a power steering rack, because now that's what we have to drop on a two-wheel drive, is a damn power steering rack. Did I bring the tools to do that? No, sure didn't. So now we gotta take all this stuff down with the exact not right tools to do it. So always come prepared. What do? Not come prepared for nothing. All right, guys, I'm just taking a quick break under here. See, look at all that gray. Oh my goodness. Take a quick break. Nasty. All right. So my hands are all dirty. I found this piece of wood to lay on, so that's nice. It's almost out, I think. We got the rack and pinion dropped. Well, not drop, but it's out of the way. This cross member ain't moving. I mean, I got the bolts out, but it ain't moving. So we're gonna try to work around it, I think. I don't know. But I'll flip the camera on and show you guys what I'm dealing with here. I don't have none of the right tools to be doing this. I only brought the tools to drop the oil pan. So I'm doing most of this stuff with an adjustable hammer. The rack and pinion's moved out of the way. Just dropped it. All the bolts are out of this cross member, but I can't get it to come down. So hopefully we can snake it around. I don't have a 15mm either for those bolts. So I got to ask somebody if they got a 15. But I got to get this out and the rest of the oil pan bolts, and it should drop. Alright guys, we did it. It took me 2.5 hours to drop an oil pan with the absolute wrong parts or tools, but we did it. Made a damn mess, but we got it dropped. The thing's dirtier than hell, so we're gonna stop, get a couple cans of brake cleaner, get this thing cleaned up real nice. But we did it. Let me show you guys this thing. This thing's dirtier than the one that came out. Junkyard special, but it ain't cracked. It has the original oil pan gasket. It's never been changed. You can tell because it's riveted in. So we're gonna have to drill them rivets out, clean them up, to rivet it in on this side too. But this gasket was absolutely blown. So there's another rivet right there. So I have to drill it out, clean it up, get her in the truck. Let's go pay for it. Alright guys, we're back. We got the oil pan. God, that sun's brighter than hell. Brighter than my future out here. I'll tell you what, brother. Alright. So over here, we got the oil pan. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit. Man, this thing dirty. Let me take a look at this. Take a look at this, brother. Let me show you something. Look at all the sludge in here. Make a castle. Ugh. Brother, ugh. There's a lot of nastiness in there. But you know what they say? Hold on, I'll show you what they say. What you gotta do, instead of washing your hands with dish soap, wash your hand with brake cleaner until you find a cut. Ooh, motherfucker. Yeah, never mind. That kind of hurted. Don't do that. All right, got the good old engine degreaser. Give her a good old shake and bake. Maybe I should have got the foaming stuff. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is the foaming stuff better than the original? What's the best engine degreaser? Maybe I should have gotten more than one can of this stuff. I don't know. I just live here. Hell if I know what I'm doing. I mean, if I use a whole can of this, it should take care of it, right? Ugh. Brother, ugh. Maybe the bottom side ain't too bad. Oh. Look at that. Alright, well. It's one can down. Got 2 cans of brake cleaner, so. Jesus. Is this how you clean up an engine for an oil pan? How do the pros do it? Seems to work for me. All right, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna let it sit in the bottom of there. So that's a lot of sludge and nasty stuff in there, so put the rest of the can in there, I think. What do you guys think? Just go ahead and leave that in there like that. Let that sit for a minute and go inside. Probably make me a sandwich. I'm about hungry in hell out here. Let that sit for a minute and then I get a brush, start scrubbing it, get it cleaned up. I got a whole nother can of brake cleaner to go through, so I guess we'll see. So get that cleaned up. We'll get the whatchamacallit. I don't know. We'll go put it on the truck, I guess. See what happens. All right, we got the pan cleaned up. 2.5 cans of brake cleaner. A can of engine degreaser. That's about the cleanest damn junkyard oil pan I've ever seen in my life there, buddy. What y'all think about that? Compared to what the damn thing looked like, compared to now, That's brand new. Cheese wagon. All that sludge and grime and stuff that's in the bottom of that down there, gone. You see where I used some Dawn dish soap and it left stains in it. But I got the gasket surface cleaned up. It's all nice and flat. Nothing sticking up. I'll put it out in the sun out here and let that dry for a minute. Upside down so all the water drains out. We don't want more water in the engine. That was already bad enough. I'll let it dry out for a minute. I'm gonna go cut up some cardboard or something. Because when all the oil leaked out, there's still a bunch of oil on the floor in the garage. And I don't feel like laying in oil. So, excuse me. I'm gonna go cut up some cardboard. Oh, goodness gracious. And ensure I have a nice clean area to work with down there. So, do that. Probably about half an hour or so. I'll come, look at my face. I'm dirty. I'll come back out here and start putting it all back up. Fingers crossed. Pray to the Lord and Savior up above this damn thing don't break like the other one did. Fingers crossed that we get this thing up and it doesn't leak again. Because if it does, I'm gonna find a Kmart. And I'm gonna do my best Theo Von impersonation. I'm gonna kick the fattest kid I can find at Kmart. I tell you what, brother, I ain't got time for no more oil leaks, all right? So we'll do that and we'll be right back. Well, I'm out here getting ready to throw up the oil pan, and I did one last look to make sure the mating surface was flat on the block. Guys, guess what the hell I just found? I broke the oil pan. The oil pan wasn't already broke. I broke the damn thing. Look at this. Look at that. That was there on the block the whole time. And that's why it broke. When I got back to the back and I went to try to tighten the pan around this damn thing, guess what? Boom! It broke. The whole time. I'm the cause of my own damn problems. Me. I caused my own problems. I should have double checked, right? I should have double checked. My bad. My fault. This could have been done 2 weeks ago. But instead, I wasn't thorough. You know what? You have that. It happens on the big jobs. To hell with it. But now, it's flat. I know it's flat. I triple checked it. So, I'm going to take a rag down there, clean it up again, put the pan back up, and see what happens this time. And fingers crossed, we ain't got no damn problems this time. I can't believe that. You win some, you lose some, or you got my luck. And I can't believe that, guys. I can't believe it. It was my own fault. Here I thought I could never do no wrong. But here I am, breaking stuff. Alright, well, I'm going to put the new pan up there. And fingers crossed, ain't no problems this time. Crazy me. Yo, and while we're on the topic of my luck at this point, I didn't even finish up the bottom. Oil pan's up. The oil level sensor is back in. And I only got 2 nuts holding up the front differential. That just shows my faith at this point. Because the way that things are going and the way that my life is, there's no way that this is the end of the shit show. It can't be the end of the shit show because that's how my life is at this point. Pause. That just can't be the way that my life is. It's never that easy. I didn't put the cross member back up. The front diff's not fully installed. But the oil pan is. So we're going to fill it up with oil and run it and see what happens. I'm just not fully confident here that it's not going to leak again. I think when you put 12, 13, 14 quarts of oil in an engine at 45, 50 PSI of oil pressure, that it does a lot of damage. And I don't think the damage is done. My gut says that we need to drop the engine and go that route and just re-gasket everything. But before I get too crazy and carried away, I want to do the simple stuff. So I guess if I fire this thing up after I add the oil to it, and like, well, it's still leaking, I guess then we'll pull the engine and do the rear main seal and head gaskets and all that cool stuff. I really don't want to, because come springtime, I'm just gonna trade this thing again. I'm not doing any fancy cam package, heads, rockers, anything like that. I don't want to build the engine of a Tahoe. I mean, there's nothing wrong with these Tahoes. They're very nice trucks. But I don't want to put tens of thousands of dollars into something this heavy that I don't see myself keeping long term. It would be cool to have a 500-600 horsepower Tahoe, but I don't see myself keeping this long term. It's nice, and once I fix all the little stuff, it'll be a nice truck, but it's just not something I see myself keeping long term. So I'll take you guys underneath the truck and show you where we're at. All right, see, these are the only two bolts right here that are holding up the front axle. That's all I did. But we got the oil pan. That's the cleanest junkyard oil pan I've ever seen. It's all tightened up, torqued up, 18 foot-pounds. Nothing's broke. I'm trying to give you guys a good view of this, but it's not really working out so hot. Everything's clean, not fully cleaned up, but it's up there and it's tight and it's torqued. I'm not even gonna take it off the jack stands or anything like that. I'm just gonna put the oil in it, check the level, and then run it. And fingers crossed it goes and it don't blow, because at this point I'm kind of getting a little tired of working on this thing. Like, I like projects, you know, that they're fun and they're cool, but I kind of get a little burnt out. So I'm gonna fill this thing full of oil, and then I'll bring you guys back when I go to start it up. Because the way that I'm gonna have to stand to pour this thing, I don't think you guys are really interested in watching that. So I'll bring it back when I fire it up. All right, guys, it's go or blow time. Fingers crossed this thing holds. Ah, man, I'm nervous. The only time I've been this nervous is when I did the cams on my old 2006 Mustang. That made me nervous. All right, moment of truth. I'm scared, guys. Can you hold my hand? Fired right up. Like this thing ain't even been sitting. It sounds good too, but I guess now we need to see if it's leaking. What do you guys think is gonna happen? Should we all just lay down here on the creeper and wait and see what happens, or what? It's running. I don't see no drips yet. We'll let it warm up for a minute. See what happens. Well, there it is. There's the leak. New gasket didn't do a damn thing. All right, guys, there you have it. Now, if you take a real close look at that last clip, you can see the oil starting to seep through that little black cover, and you can see it around the ring of the starter there, and it's coming from that starter bolt. It wasn't leaking from there before. And after it sitting for an hour, I had the truck running for maybe 15 minutes. After it sat for an hour, I went out and looked at it again. Oil's coming out of the bell housing. It's coming out of the inspection plate. That little cover in the bell housing, it's coming out of there. So it's rear main seal at this point. And it wasn't leaking from any of those areas before. Originally, it was coming down both sides of the bell housing. Not from the bell housing, but around the back of the engine at the top. So that was the oil pressure sending unit. So we fixed that, and then we filled it up with the correct amount of oil, and it started seeping from the oil pan. Okay, I seen it seep from the oil pan. Tyler seen it seep from the oil pan. It came from both sides of the oil pan. We dropped the oil pan, got the gasket, got the pan up, replaced it. Where it was leaking from, it's not leaking anymore. It was leaking from the front cover of the engine, between the oil pan and the front cover. It was leaking from the oil pan and the rear cover. It was leaking there, from the sides of it. Everywhere the old gasket was blown out, that's where it was leaking from. And it's not leaking from there anymore. Now it's coming from the exact back of the engine, from inside the bell housing. So my hypothesis, I guess, if you would like to know, is that we're chasing every single weak gasket. We fix one thing, and the next weakest link blows. Your engine is only as strong as the weakest link. Like every good team is only as strong as the weakest link. So now that we fixed one strong point, or we fixed the next weakest point, the next weak point's gonna blow. So we fixed oil pressure sensor, that was leaking, oil pan gasket blows. We fixed the oil pan, and now the rear main seal blows. So I've had the gut feeling that I should have just pulled the engine, but like I said, I wanted to put an oil pan gasket in it and see if that wouldn't take care of it. Say hi, baby.
Yeah.
I wanted to put an oil pan gasket in it and see, maybe we're gonna get lucky and nothing else is gonna blow, but it blew. The rear main seal's done for. So the only logical option at this point is we're just gonna pull the engine out and we're gonna re-gasket everything. It's gonna get new head gaskets, front cover gasket, rear main seal. Yeah, tell them we're gonna do everything.
Yeah.
Everything. We're just gonna redo it all. And then
I'll be so busy.
yeah, we're gonna be so busy, so busy.
Daddy, right?
Yeah, you were right, absolutely right.
Yeah.
So by the time that we get that done, it's gonna be springtime. I wanted to get the truck done, have it as a reliable backup for winter. It's 4-wheel drive. It's got new tires on it. It would have been a great backup. But I'm not going to drive it with it leaking oil the way it is, because you could damage the engine. You know, who's to say I don't get stuck in traffic? It snows real bad one day, and it takes me an hour and a half to get home compared to 35 minutes. I'm not going to stop every 5-10 minutes and put oil in it. That's stupid. It's a waste of time. It's going to hurt the engine. So we're gonna pull the engine out over winter. It's gonna get rebuilt. I'm not putting any go fast parts in it. I'm just gonna keep it stock and re-gasket everything. So as it sits now, it's got new intake gaskets. It's got new valley cover gaskets. It's got a new oil pan gasket. The oil pressure sensor's brand new, as well as knock sensors. There's other things as well that's new on it. So over the course of this winter, we're just gonna replace everything. I mean, we're not going to replace the bottom end, pistons, rotating assembly, cam. None of that's going to get replaced. Just everything that the oil comes in contact with that has the potential to leak out of. Every seal, gasket, mating surface is going to get cleaned and redone. What?
I got my foot on it.
Oh, be careful, baby. It's sharp. To ensure when spring comes, you want to sit?
I got my toe. Over here.
Okay, hold on. To ensure when spring comes around and the truck's back together and we trade it out. What, baby? Not right now. No, don't mess with those. To ensure the next person that gets this truck has a very reliable family vehicle. Some people are okay with trading trash and getting one over on people, but Tyler and I, that's where we're different. If we're going to trade something, we want to know that it's safe and it's going to be reliable, because we don't want our name associated with trash that could potentially leave somebody stranded, hurt somebody, anything like that. We want to make sure that the vehicles that we trade out are far better than they came into us. We're not the kind of people that want to scam one over on somebody. So that's kind of our game plan going forward. So there's going to be plenty of content on tearing the engine out, tearing it down, rebuilding, getting it back in.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, everybody. And maybe Skylin will get a little dirty too, tearing the engine apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. So that's where we're going to end off the video here.
Yeah.
Not what I wanted to do, but that's what we're going to do. That's what the best bet at this point is.
And I get a new car.
Yeah, and then we'll put it back together and we'll trade it and we'll see what's next.
Yeah.
But until then, peace. Say peace.
Peace.